Red Teaming 201, part 3, Sendai from Vulnlab. So it's another default 80 bucks, but it's a bit harder and there's also some certified things and which is cool and I love it. So let's just jump in. Gonna be started here, not exact SMB. Giving IP address is giving some information about the domain. Can add it here on or it is an host file, so it's calling here domain name Sendai.vulnlab and calling DC for domain controller. Gonna go here, then as save as Sendai.vulnlab DC, and then we can check right now this actually work with netexec, SMB and DC, which is cool. That's fine. Let's try if they have guest access here and okay, shares. If they have some access on shares, maybe we can grab something and also look like possible. And let's see. So we have access on to Sendai and users. I think it's cool because we have user list is already there. Then I think we can use SMB client and then calling DC. The for shared we can use users, and then we are in. So I'm giving some default public and something like that here, but those are I think is which is not important too much. And we can do exit and running here again one more time. I think there was Sendai, right? And I think we can go for Sendai and grab something different. Let's see. Oh, it was Sendai, right? Sendai and giving yes. Alright, so we got incident txt and there's HR folder and there's nothing. Looking for IT. There's the exe file. I don't think so. Those are important. Looking for CD legal. Looking at last. Nothing here. And security and transfer. So let's look at them also. The fastly. Alright, so we got here guidelines.txt and can go here transfer and there's we got username list. So and there's another part I'm gonna be used for username leech lookup SID while we have an access as guest on shares. So let's just exit here. We got guidelines.txt. It's gonna say how to use it to or the system I think, and cat incident.txt. It's gonna say we have this message, find you well, blah blah blah, and the which really with the significant number of user accounts we have, weak and insecure passwords to address can mention the highest level of security within organization IT department. So there's some usernames could be his has no password yet, or there's while there's have the weak password it's need to be changeable, and we can use in packet SMB passability. I'm gonna be using here in packet lookup SID. Actually it's because we have already guest access and an ads giving domain and it's calling here DC while there is no password. So is it giving our SID top group SID type user something like that. It's not important too much. We can save it as we look users .txt as like that. So while we're trying to be grab the cat look users and we are trying to be just grab username list, right? Then we can grab here SID type user, which is cool. It's here, right? So we are trying to be grab them, and then I think we have to be take this administrator and guess. So for this one I'm gonna be use awk, right? Print here second value, which is here. Alright, so but there's something we don't want to do is it Sendai and then backslash. For the remove it we can use cut -d and then using here backslash and -f2. So it's gonna be giving us the username list right now. So I'm gonna be save it as users.txt, and then netexec smb for users, maybe users.txt, and nothing given for password. And let's see, maybe we are getting here something different. All right. So for sure we have to be say dash dash brute force and dash dash continue on success. It's because there's gasless and it's not gonna be work successfully for sure without these commands, right? And then why I'm just gonna be using, so it's gonna be try with amstrator and with shell. And gas has access, but that's which one we are not want. So edit your task is here, as status password must change. I'm gonna be using here sublime node.txt, and then we have to be changed the password, which we are already did it on our first video, which is baby. You can check here. We are just did wrong, so I'm gonna be use this one. So no p below, just showing us here how can we use it, right? Which is cool. Let's see. So there's an smb password.python already there, and we can also grab it from baby smb password.python python 3 smb password.python is going to be showing us how we can use it. So we are just need to be giving here Elliot username, I mean, so the password, and there's no password, and domain, which is Sendai.Vulnlab, and dash new password, and which one you want to be called the new password here. I'm gonna be called password 123, and this one. These things are current SMB password is not, and says are the password was changed successfully. So it's, I think it's done. So gonna be calling here nxz smb, and the for password I'm gonna be use password 123, and for the username Elliot has, and which one we use it, right? Alright, so it's actually work and we got it. So let's look for shares directly, and then this one we can create bloodhound data, which is cool, because we have already here the cracks, right? Bloodhound.python-c, and it's for collaboration all, and dash u username is elliot.yates, and dash p, and which password we gave is password 123, and dash d domain is Sendai.Vulnlab, and dash ns for IP addresses right here. And I think that's fine. It's gonna be create to bloodhound data. So now we have read and writable on config tab, which is cool. I think we can try to be go here, but we have to be go here with the username, which is Elliot.Yates, right? So the gonna be use our new password, and then we are getting here SQL config. But let's look at for bloodhound data first. I'm gonna go file and says upload files, and go for, we are doing Sendai bloodhound and upload them all, which is cool. Alright, so it's completed. I'm gonna be go here explore, and go for cheaper, and looking for old collaborable user first. So there's an MGT services and SQL services is collaborable, so we can dump them hash with impact kits get users SPS actually. So I'm gonna go here and use impact kits get users SPS dash request dash dc dash IP. We can call it here DC, is not important too much. Send it Vulnlab, and then giving username Elliot.Yates. Now for password, I'm gonna be use password 123. So which one we gave actually, And that right, so we are available to be get here the hash. So I'm gonna be call here we, all right, we SQL services hash, and all right, and then Joan SQL services hash, and we track.txt, but it's not crackable. So we did it something wrong, but it's not crackable. So let's try again. Okay, what's wrong? As it says invert credential, maybe let's see. Maybe we did something wrong. Our password is, yeah, it's actually work. It's out, but the hash from get users SPNs is not work, so we have to be grab this SQL config file, and then with this file we will grab here our new credential, call it here dir, and get SQL config. It's gonna give us the our new credential. So exit and cat SQL config, and says our the username is SQL services and the password is Serenis85. You can also check here on the search tab on SQL services, but you will be see here there's nothing important too much, while there's has no outbound object control. We have already access on, you know, to LEA test, so we can check it for what LEA test can do, right? So I'm gonna be using here LEA test, and you will be see here it's already outbound object control. So we are member of to support that Sendai, that Vulnlab, and it can do generic all ADM services and ADM services. There's the group one, and there's to be project one, right? So I think we can use this the LES members to generate all ADM services. So while we have the generic all, we are just add or to ADM services Sendai that Vulnlab. That's why we can check output object control, and with this we can read GMSA password for MGT services. So the our goal has to be go, first of all, I'm going to show you the added or self as ADM services, and it can read GMSA password for MGT services. So that's what I'm trying to be do. It's really I don't like, and it's really ought to be doing a Windows abuse, and then we have already has a password. I'm going to be using here bloody 80, right? So the 4 blood pounds I was creating here before, and then let me activate it my source, and then you will be see here below the 80, and that was actually work. So if you are trying to be just add user to group, there's on my GitHub page, you can try to be go, and it's for ADCS, and there's already auto below the 80, for example. It's a wrong tab. It's here, and you can scroll down, and for add user to group, and which I'm trying to be do here, the core stuff, and giving here with the password, add group member, to giving here group name, and then hijack. So I want to be use it. Let user here add to bleed AD. It's because this is really easy to be used. So I just want to be show you git clone. Let use auto bleed AD. So what we are trying to be do Python 3 and auto below the 80, and it's giving a choose an attack vector. What we are trying to be do, while we have the generic all, what can do it's just adds member of group. So you can also use net RPC, but I'm not recommended. It's bloody 80 is really malicious, miracle, I'm sorry, and easy tool to be used. So for example, we are trying to add user to group because generic all can do. I'm gonna be using here enter DC. It's gonna say here we have to be give DC name. So it's not important too much on what we're trying to do. It's just go here and add user to group to giving here the DC and giving like this one. So it's important. You can give here DC or you can give here IP addresses. So it's not important too much. For example, let me give you here IP addresses. So I hope it's correct one, right? Yeah, it's not important too much. And then you can call what? All right, so Sendai.Vulnlab and for username. So what we are trying to be giving here the username and which we are have to Elite Yetis, right? Okay, so this is our username to add a group and the password. We have password 123 and entry group name. We can go here Bloodhounds and ADM services, and we saw ADM services. Member to add. We are trying to be add ourselves. So let's give this, and this is giving us here the command. So I'm gonna be using here bloody AD. And so it says our elite yet has added to ADM services. So this is how we are did it. So right now, if we are on ADM services, we can check it for what ADM services can do. Does ADM services can read GMSA password for MGT services. There's also GMSI dumper .python file. So for example, you can use, which is cool. We can using here again to just grab it here, deactivate. All right, so we can go Windows and Sendai git clone gonna be call, and okay, yes, we are here GMSA dumper and python 3 and GMSA dumper.python, and it shows us how we can use it. So we have to be give it first of all username. So we are already added Elite Getas on ADM services, so we can use his to username, and I'm also his credential, and for password, which we are already did it here. And let's say you have to be give domain, so -d. I'm gonna give here Sendai.Vulnlab, and then and showing us the which users we can read GMSA password. I hope it's gonna work. Then it's actually work. So we are getting here to hash for MGT services. So when I be using here, if we have CAMPS remote as MGT services, I'm gonna be check it for. There's a number of is here remote management users, domain computer users can do, and it's look like we have WinRM shell, but let's look it for an exec WinRM on DC-U, and which is our MGT services, and then don't forget to be $ and -h for hash, and give it this hash. So this actually work. We have WinRM shell, so we can go here using here evil WinRM directly with -I, giving here DC. So we can check it for MGT services. Net users MGT services $. So it's giving us the issue about the $, which is not cool. But while we have already there to MGT Bloodhound data, we are just so here remote management users or something like that. I wanna be go here in both object. So there's which is another things I want to be show you. Here we go here. So if you want to be check MGT services to administrator, probably there's nothing, right? But want to be show you here, if there's operators, and then they're looking for the members is Anthony Smith and Clifford Davy. There's certified things because there's SA operators groups has exist. So for the big rapid we can use it here. Deer, there's nothing. Go here deer and looking for CTAP, and we are getting here nothing. So it's look like available to be gap to some creds. So for the big wrapping some creds you can use privilege escalation PowerShell 1. If you have nothing for you can use it here. You just need to be uploaded it and using this command, which is cool. And it's gonna be create here txt, html, csv, and xml file, but it can take time too much. I already did it for you. It's here, which is cool. It's the html file, right? I'm gonna be open this the html file, documents, Vulnlab, Windows, Sendai, and folder, and there's an HTML file, and you'll be see here if you scroll down, and gonna be so here the cracks for to be users. Where was it? It was somewhere, I think. Okay. Oh, there's need to be somewhere. Well, where was it actually? Oh, it's where it was running your help. Yeah, it's here. Then, which is cool. So as I say, privilege escalation services, let's get information about third-party services, which is cool. There's we are grab here to credentials, which is the RFE mob and then 3P, and for username Clifford Dewey. And we already know from Bloodhound it's about the SA operators, so we can check it for certpy right now. Gonna go use here make their certpy folder and use certpy ad and find the is something injectable, right? Like I have there's escalation things and -p this one. That. All right. So -dc -ip we have to be give here the IP addresses, you know, NXDSMB, which one we did it. Then the DC we can call as here, no here, right? And what we are trying to be looking for is vulnerable things. So I'm gonna be using here vulnerable and -enable it. And it's gonna be checked for us here if there's something vulnerable, and we're gonna be seeing here. So is it giving us certified txt and JSON file? I'm gonna be looking for JSON file, and we are now is about escalation 4. So to be looking for escalation 4, you may wanna make go my is here auto ADCS, and what we are need for escalation 4 is template and the username, password, and SA name and target and UPN. So I'm gonna be use also again this one, but there's something we have to be know about it. So let's actually do git colon here first of all, and then we can check it here later. So we're trying to be do Python 3 auto ADCS, and then I want to be do here escalation 4, and it's asking to me to username, right? Which is our we are grab it here is where is it? All right, Clifford Dewey, right? So which is cool. So then we can check for other things. So it's asking us domain, so then we can call it here to Sendai the Vulnlab, for example. Yeah, we already know it's the password. Again, we are already know with the password. Now it's asking us the template's name, but we haven't not getting here template name. If we're checking here JSON file, and you'll be see here template name, so which is here. But you can give it here. There's could be here 2 more template name, so we can give it any of them. It's not doesn't matter. The template name. Bro, what the fuck? Template name we got Sendai computer, and an essay. It's again ask. We can call essay. An essay name we have to be looking for is Sendai DC-SA, and a UPN is always same is administrator.sendai.vulnlab. So that's all, and it's giving us here certify command for grab it here. I'm gonna be using this one, then we have to be run this one. So it's gonna be updated Sendai computer and configuration Sendai computer to Sendai computer JSON, and it's gonna be requesting administrator PVX, and for us then we can correct it setpy authentication dash PVX administrator PVX. Alright, so it's not setpy 80 which I'm using. Then it's gonna be crack administrator PVX hash, and then you will be see here, which is really cool. Let me grab here administrator hash. So that's all. Thanks for watching.